Growing up in the summer in Kentucky on hot summer days, my dad would often sit outside on the porch swing in the evening by himself to reflect on his day. We sort of had a mobile porch swing. Sometimes it would be on chains on the front porch hanging. Other times it would be in this metal A-frame that my dad made that could sit in the backyard area or at the very end of the yard in the backyard under the trees. Most often during the summer, it'd be in the backyard under the trees for some shade. And my dad would sit there after work, after dinner, or on the weekends after working in the yard and sit there to reflect on his days just by himself, and sometimes the dogs would be there with him. I could tell that he would be happy or reflective about his day when at the end of that he would be swinging back and forth and humming or whistling like his mother, my grandmother, would do, singing and humming, that sense of peace about the day that he would experience. My dad understood the value of taking time to rest and reflect on your day. He did that throughout his life. Today's gospel, Jesus encourages the disciples to do the same. Come away, go to an out-of-the-way place by yourself and rest. This gospel is very short. It takes place after they come back from being sent on ministry. And they must have this incredible amount of energy among them because they have stories to tell and they were ready to tell those stories, and yet there's a crowd that starts gathering. Word got out. They got popular. They are healers. They are disciples of Jesus. And more people start gathering. And Jesus sees that and says to them, no, come away to an out-of-the-way place with me and rest for a while. And so they decide to get in a boat and go to the other side of the lake at the Sea of Galilee. The crowds somehow run around to the other side of the lake ahead of them and beat them to it because the gospel story ends that they disembark and there's this crowd. And Jesus has pity on the crowd. That story continues next week. But for the disciples in that moment, the only solitude they had was that time in the boat of getting to the other side. That was their moment of rest and reflecting on their day and on their time and experience. This week, take a moment to reflect on what is and where is that out-of-the-way place for you to rest. What are your porch swing moments where you can go to reflect on your day, where you can be centered to a place that you can hum with a sense of peace? Where are the places that you find rest? Where places of solitude and out-of-the-way places can be nourishing for your soul and your heart and mind and spirit? And how can we give others that space to be off by themselves? Because today's gospel stresses that value, taking time to be away and to rest so that we can face forward again that ministry and service of love to one another. So listen to that passage from Jesus that says, come away by yourself and rest for a while. May we find those moments of rest in God, in love, and in peace. Amen.